Hello everyone. This is a bit random because it's the day that it's happened, so I don't know really why I'm recording this, but I just want to make it sure that there's a record of the fact that my little Sasha, who I recently adopted from Sydney Dogs and Cats Home, has passed away today. It's really strange. So I left her with the wonderful carers that the shelter had found for us for while I was away. I'm currently in Austria right now. I'm currently in Austria, away on my 2-month tour trip around Europe. If you've been following my vlog, you would know that. But just over the past few weeks, Sasha was showing some odd behaviour, and some things I kind of thought, oh, well, that's typical Sasha, and some things I kind of thought, that's a bit odd. For example, she had very low energy over the past weeks, just few weeks since I've been away, just not even wanting to get out of bed, just resting. She was not eating, and dogs can survive on a few days of not eating, but she wasn't even drinking water sometimes. And that seemed kind of odd. So a few days ago, the carers took her to a vet nearby to just get her checked out, and she had some blood samples taken, and it just showed up as her being dehydrated. And also with all these different unusual behaviours, we kind of thought, well, maybe she's just depressed because she's missing me, which at the time made me feel kind of special. But it turns out that actually she might have been just slowly deteriorating, and that's why she had low energy. She couldn't walk. She would, even if she went out of the house to go for a walk, she wouldn't want to go anywhere. She just wanted to stay inside. And I mean, there were all these unusual behaviours basically that showed the signs of depression. But in the past 48 hours, it's been quite a nightmare, and the carers kept calling me, and we kept doing video chats just about her weakness and the fact that her breathing started becoming very rapid and shallow, but also she kept hacking up things, just like fur balls. But that's something that dogs do, and Sasha does sometimes have a bit of heavy breathing, especially if she's a bit anxious. I got my father to visit her even at the carer's home, just to see whether it was just that she was missing me and that maybe my dad had a link to me or something, and even he said she looks a bit weak. She'd lost a lot of weight. Anyway, I'm rambling a lot, and because I'm not editing this a lot, it's just going to be very long. Basically, the carers took her to a vet nearby, and immediately that vet sent them to an emergency clinic. And this is late at night in Australia. It's about 3 p.m. my time, but about 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock their time in Australia. And just like that, they found out that they gave her an ultrasound, and it turns out she had some sort of dark part of her, on the ultrasound it showed like a dark shadow in her body. So currently they're doing a post-mortem on Sasha, just to find out exactly what that dark shadow was. But at the time, they just thought, okay, well, it looks like she's got some internal bleeding, because in the past 48 hours she just deteriorated rapidly. And it looked as though a tumour that she had in her spleen had been ruptured, and that meant that she was bleeding internally, and that possibly the cancer could be just spreading. And the vet had told us they're going to keep her overnight. If they find out in the morning that it's a benign tumour, then she should be okay. If it turns out there are multiple tumours and that the internal bleeding did cause a lot of damage, then they would have to do surgery. and that might not even work. You know, she's an old dog. She was 9, almost 10 on September 1st. She was going to be 10. But she only got as far as the ultrasound room when they wanted to do another test on her, just to see what was going on. They suggested to keep her overnight. And so when my carers and my father, who went to the vet as well, the emergency clinic, when they left, it was within a few hours, me being right next to my phone the whole time, but within a few hours they did an ultrasound, and during that ultrasound, Sasha fell into cardiac arrest. So she had a heart attack, and they tried a few times, but every attempt of trying to revive her with CPR or resuscitation of some sort, she couldn't get through. Also, because her heart rate, because she was heavily breathing, shallow breathing, her heart rate went up to 170, and generally there should be around 100. So that was a very fast heart rate, and for an old dog, then trying to revive a dog from having a heart attack, it just didn't work out. So she ended up passing away, and here we are. So this is not going to be what's my next travel video, because I just can't really bring myself to just do anything right now. I've bored myself. I've been crying in the middle of Salzburg. I just couldn't be by her side, and that's what's upsetting me the most, is that in her last few weeks I couldn't be there with her. So I just hope she didn't miss me too much. But anyway, I just want everyone to just send some love to Sasha wherever she may be now. I think that she died pretty prematurely. I had all these ideas in my head about what we were going to do in our life together once I got back from Europe, but that's not going to happen. And anyway, that's that. And now I'm just going to keep going on my holiday. If you have a doggy at home, please give them a cuddle from me, because that's what Sasha loved. She loved her cuddles. So, thanks guys. Sorry for it to be such a sad video. Don't know if you even watched the whole thing. But, anyway. All my love to everyone, and especially their doggies. Hold them tight. Not too tight, but just hold them tight with love, because they just need every little bit that they can. By the way, I might just say that Sasha was surrounded by love. The carers absolutely adored her. My father loved her too. So they gave her a lot of love, and she was in good spirits before she passed, apparently. I'm just sad I wasn't there. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. From Austria to you guys, all my love, and bye. I'll see you soon. I just need some time away for a moment.